Of course, the first game that I mentioned was Ballyhale Shamrocks against Ballygunner. Ballyhale Shamrocks 116, Ballygunner 16 points. This was a rematch of the All-Ireland Club Hurling final of last season. If you remember, obviously, that last game that was played between the two sides, Ballyhale Shamrocks had dominated that All-Ireland final. Harry Ruddle steps up with the last puck of the game to smack it into the back of the net. Ballygunner go on, win their All-Ireland Club title, making history. This time, Ballyhale Shamrocks were led by none other than TJ Reid. Absolutely outstanding performance by TJ Reid. Once again, one of the greatest of all time, he is, in my opinion. Ballygunner on top, I would say, for good stages of the first half, but as you mentioned quite well, Ballyhale Shamrocks were creating a lot of goal chances, and Stephen O'Keefe was keeping the minute. Half time, it was 11 points each, but I thought Ballygunner potentially should have been ahead at halftime. I thought that they were better at stages.
Yeah, definitely so. Like Ballygunner, the fact it was 11 points each at half time and it was 1-5 to 5 points in the second half probably just showed they're quite a flat to deceive in that half of hurling. And considering the World Cup final was at the same time, I don't think many people were actually watching this game. It was just unfortunate timing, and I suppose the GAA have to be culpable to that. Maybe just show it at 1 o'clock or something like that, or maybe show it on the Saturday. Who knows? Like, they should have done either of those things rather than showing it the exact same time as Messi and Mbappe were doing battle in on another channel. You know, it was very, very poor scheduling for the GAA there. But as regards to the game itself, Ballyhale, they proved a lot of doubters wrong. Like in the Leinster final against Kilmacud, I was watching that game, and Kilmacud should have won the game, arguably. Like, they had some very good goals from Alex Considine, especially very good performance from them. And Ballyhale needed a lucky goal, goalkeeper mistake to get them over the line in that Leinster final. And Ballygunner were absolutely outstanding throughout the Munster Championship. So for Ballyhale to put up this performance, I know it was only a goal in it in the end, but as you rightly said, Ballyhale should have had 5 or 6 goals, other than Stephen O'Keefe being absolutely tremendous in goal. TJ Reid, obviously, I think he missed a penalty earlier on in the game, and then he stepped up and got another one. Probably just shows the experience of him. An unbelievable player, and another player for the age. We talk about Messi and all that, but TJ Reid is that equivalent to hurling, an unbelievable player. For Ballygunner, Patrick Fitzgerald, excellent performance from him as well. So very good performance from Ballyhale, and it was kind of a disappointing game, maybe because the World Cup final was on another TV channel.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with you that the scheduling was a joke. I mean, you surely see that coming, especially when the World Cup was announced for Qatar back in 2010, that you could kind of start to plan the calendar a little bit better even back then. Everybody knew the second it was going to be in the winter time, just play it at a different time. Just play it in the evening, play it on the Saturday, play it sometime when you know it's going to get people's attention, because that not only that was the box office game for the GAA this weekend. That was the one that everybody would want to be watching. The two best club sides in the country. No disrespect to anyone else. It's the best of Munster and the best of Leinster coming up against each other. Sides that have been ever present in the Club Hurling Championship, really as long as I can remember. Like, Ballyhale Shamrocks have been an ever present at the top table. Ballygunner are the dominating force in Waterford. So terrible timing, terrible, scheduling by the GAA. Have to give massive credit to TJ Reid's character, though. I mean, to take that first penalty and to miss it, and then to step up again and be confident enough to say, no, I got this, and to bury the next one. Massive credit has to go to him, and that goal ended up being the difference between the two sides.
It did, yeah. It was a pressure penalty from TJ Reid as well, just to get that in the back of the net, and he did that in fairness to him. And even looking at the scores, only him and O'Cody really stepped up. Like, Colin Fennelly didn't do particularly well as he usually would. Adrian Mullen, Joey Cudahy, none of them really got into the game, and it was TJ and O'Cody, to be fair to him, that were carrying the mantle really. But TJ, we've said it so many times over the past few years, or even across this year, when Kilkenny were down in the doldrums, he was still finding a way to win games for Kilkenny, and that just separates him from an ordinary player and a very, very good player, a legend of a hurler. Like, he's an unbelievable player for Kilkenny and for Ballyhale, and the guy's 35 years of age, which shows you he's carrying on this responsibility, and he's nearer to 40 than he is to 30, and that just shows you, like, he is an absolutely brilliant player, and not just for his quality, his skills, but like his longevity as well. He's an unbelievable hurler when you think about it. And yeah, Ballyhale definitely deserved the win. Definitely deserved it. And Ballygunner maybe could be kicking themselves in the foot. Maybe they could have performed better in the second half. But overall, I'd have to say Seamus, the best player, TJ Reid, and the best team, Ballyhale, won it in the end, and they're in the All-Ireland final now.
Yeah, no, definitely. He is one of the greatest to ever do it, TJ Reid. Absolutely outstanding hurler. And Ballyhale Shamrocks are in the All Ireland Club Hurling final once again.